On July 30th, a five-man group from the Philippines walks onto a Lollapalooza stage in Chicago, and most of the crowd will have no idea what just hit them. Their name is SB19. They are the first Filipino act in the festival's history. And by the end of this video, you'll understand exactly why 100,000 strangers are about to become fans in 60 minutes. This is what Chicago doesn't know yet. Start with the basics because the name is easy to misread. SB19 is 5 members. Pablo, the leader and main songwriter. Josh Cullen. Stell, the vocal powerhouse. Ken, who also records as Philippe. And Justin, the youngest. They debuted in 2018, trained in the K-pop system but built for something different, which we'll get to. Here's the number that stops people. At their Simula at Waka's concert this year, they filled the Philippine Arena, 110,000 fans across 2 nights. Not a viral moment, a sustained, sold-out, stadium-level machine. The fans call themselves 18, and 18 is one of the loudest fandoms on the internet. So when someone in Chicago asks who are these guys, the honest answer is, a group that already sells out arenas on the other side of the planet. They're just doing it in a language most of America hasn't learned yet. Keep that idea, the language bare. So, the history now, because first Filipino act at Lollapalooza is easy to say and easy to underrate. Lollapalooza is one of the biggest festivals on earth. Charlie XCX, rock headliners, hundreds of thousands of people across 4 days in Grant Park. In its entire run, no act from the Philippines had ever played it. SB19 breaks that on July 30th, 3:30 p.m., on the Allianz Stage. And it isn't a one-off. 2 days earlier they play the Grammy Museum in Los Angeles. 2 weeks later, Summer Sonic in Japan. This is a country's pop music arriving on the global main stage for the first time, carried by one group. For 18, this is a flag-planting moment. For everyone else, it's a chance to catch something at the exact instant it goes global. So what does SB19 actually sound like? Not one thing, and that's the point. There's Gento, the song that went viral worldwide, the one you may have heard on TikTok without knowing the name. It's their calling card, all sharp choreography and a hook that sticks on the first listen. There's Emoji, pure playful crowd bait. And then there's Everblack, which surprises people because it's dark, heavy, closer to rock than to any boy band cliché. That range is deliberate. On the Allianz Stage that afternoon they're sandwiched between rock acts, and Everblack is the song that tells a festival crowd, we belong on this bill. One group, and they can go from a TikTok dance to something a metal fan respects. Most acts can't do that. Quick pause. If you're only here because SB19 popped up on your feed, stay for this next part, because it's the reason people who don't understand a word of Tagalog end up crying at their shows. It's the thing Chicago genuinely won't see coming. Here's what the highlight reels miss. SB19 doesn't just perform, they build a room. Songs like Memories and Wakas slow the whole arena down into one shared breath. And Maba, their song about parents and gratitude, turns a stadium into 100,000 people singing through tears. You do not need to speak the language for that to land. Watch any first-time foreign listener react to it, nobody walks away unmoved. That's the SB19 trick a festival crowd is about to learn in real time. The feeling arrives before the translation does. When a group can make strangers feel something in a language they don't speak, that group travels. And that's exactly why they're on a Chicago stage in the first place. One last thing Chicago should know. It would be easy to file SB19 under K-pop from the Philippines. They'd tell you that's wrong. They trained in that system, then built their own lane and named it P-pop, Pinoy pop. They write in their own language, carry their own flag, and lead a whole generation of Filipino groups behind them. So this Lolla booking isn't one act getting lucky. It's the front door opening for an entire scene. When SB19 raises the Philippine flag over Grant Park, and if this year is any guide, they will, that's not a gimmick. That's the whole point of the trip. So that's what Chicago doesn't know yet but will on July 30th. Here's my question for you. If you had 60 minutes to introduce SB19 to 100,000 strangers, which song would you open with? Drop it in the comments, because next on the channel we've already predicted their full Lollapalooza setlist, all 14 songs, and we're scoring your guesses after the show. Subscribe so you're in the room when they make history.